forgiveness has been rescinded, and there's two new programs that were created in the Inflation Reduction Act. One program provides USDA with $3.1 billion to provide loan modifications to farmers that have financial distress. And so any farmer who is currently behind on their loan, a farmer in foreclosure or bankruptcy, or having other types of financial distress, will now be able to have their arrears paid off, their loan restructured. If their interest rate is high, the interest rate can get lowered. If they need a deferral of payments, they can get deferral of payments. And so the bottom line is that, had we done nothing, right now, there's a foreclosure moratorium in place that will expire when the COVID emergency declaration expires. And so if we had not done anything, there would have been, 11,000 farmers that have USDA loans, more than 1,000 black farmers that would have been facing foreclosure in a few months while the plan was, indefinitely tied up in the courts. Well, by doing what we now did with this $3.1 billion, those 1,000 black farmers and thousands of other farmers will no longer be facing foreclosure. No one has to worry now about when the foreclosure moratorium lifts that they're going to be, at risk of losing their farm. Because with this $3.1 billion, and Dr. Goldman can talk more about USDA's implementation plans for that money as they're starting to formulate those, but Senator Booker's understanding and our understanding is that there should not now be any farmers, any black farmers, any other farmers that have USDA direct or guaranteed loans that now will have to worry about foreclosure and losing their farm because of that $3.1 billion for loan modifications. And then there's a second new program that was created that provides USDA with $2.2 billion to provide financial assistance to farmers who have suffered discrimination by USDA. And that $2.2 billion, is there for anyone that has suffered discrimination. So if a black farmer has suffered discrimination, or a Native American farmer, or any other farmer can come in and seek financial assistance from the $2.2 billion if they have suffered discrimination by USDA. And for black farmers, what all this means is that, something like 10% of USDA borrowers are delinquent on their loans and would have been at risk of foreclosure if we hadn't taken action. But more than 30% of black farmers are delinquent and would have been at risk of foreclosure. Those farmers are now protected and will be sort of stabilized and put into the best position moving forward. They won't have their whole debt forgiven, but they'll have potentially their arrears forgiven and the terms of their loan modified. So sort of disproportionately, that $3.1 billion will help black farmers. And then again, the $2.2 billion, because of the terrible history of discrimination by USDA against black farmers, they stand to sort of disproportionately benefit from and access that $2.2 billion as well. And so any, member of the Federation who was able to get debt forgiveness, they now do not need to worry that they're going to lose their farm, that they're going to be subject to foreclosure. Like, that has now been, that worry should be taken away. And, I think for the Federation, what, USDA...
Hey, Adam, can you hear me? Mr. Zipkin, can you hear me? I'm gonna let you continue for another minute or two. Brandon Honeycutt, if you could, call this number, and I'm gonna add you so that we can quickly transition to you for some comments. 202-997-2100. And now y'all all have my phone number, but that's okay. 202-997-2100. Go ahead, Adam, I'm sorry. There will be a brief interruption.